Good morning, Tricia, Guillon, Legislative and Rules Manager. I'm happy to announce that the 2025 legislative session has adjourned. It adjourned on Sunday, April 27th. And following the last commission meeting, our agency request legislation, House Bill 1222, was signed into law by the governor. This legislation, which will exempt the proprietary security and financial information of our tribal partners and licensees, will go into effect in July. Additionally, on the last day of session, lawmakers passed the final version of the 2025-27 operating budget. As we discussed earlier this year, some of the proposals included a sweep of our funds from the agency to the general fund. Unfortunately, the final version did include a sweep of $2.2 million from the gambling revolving account and moving it into the general fund. We are currently working with the governor's staff and staff of the Office of Financial Management to determine the impacts of this sweep to our agency. This bill is now on the governor's desk, and he has until the 17th of this month to make any changes and to sign it into law. If there are any changes that do occur regarding our agency, we will keep you updated. Moving into 2026, staff has two ideas for potential bills for the next legislative session. The first one looks to address the theft of a vulnerable adult statute. There are some potential changes that could occur in that. We are working on draft language for that right now. And the second bill idea would authorize our agency to investigate animal cruelty and animal fighting cases before a gambling nexus is made, and would authorize the investigating agency to determine if any of these cases, if on site at any of these cases, there are roosters on site that have been mutilated and altered for animal fighting, and what next steps need to take place if that determination is made. We currently have some draft language on that potential bill, and we'll be bringing that forward to you at a later date. Are there any proposals from the commissioners which we should consider for the 2026 legislative session?
I have one proposal. So in our meeting last month in discussing the self-exclusion rules, and this has come up in other meetings where we've discussed self-exclusion, the tribes have their own self-exclusion program that sort of exists as a different ecosystem from the state self-exclusion program. And under RCW 9.46.071, tribes can participate in the state's self-exclusion program, but to date, that hasn't really happened. Tribes prefer to continue to run their own self-exclusion programs, and again, they're sort of different ecosystems. We are also limited in the RCW on distribution of the information that we collect under the self-exclusion program. And the RCW says that it cannot be disseminated for any purpose other than the administration of the self-exclusion program. Could we do a targeted and direct amendment to the RCW that would allow us to share our self-exclusion information with a tribe who would then sort of incorporate it in their own self-exclusion program? So for example, if we were talking about our list, could we share with a tribe? And is there a way that we can do an amendment to the RCW in order to make that happen?
I would be more than happy to take a look at that. Okay.